yeah, so yesterday we spoke about REST API, correct? So what is the use of REST API? Okay, so why really that REST API is required? Okay, so and how to authenticate between the two systems. Yesterday we have discussed regarding that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, while there will be n number of authentication between two system. Either it may be a password basis authentication, or it may be a single sign-on authentication, or it may be a OAuth2 authentication. Some a lot of authentication will be there. Okay. So basically, while in Salesforce, it will be two kind of authentication. One is nothing but a single sign-on authentication. Okay. So another thing is nothing but a OAuth2 authentication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so auth2 authentication is nothing but okay, so you can able to see here. Okay, so this is nothing but a auth 2.0 authentication. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
where client and server, they are really like authenticating by each other by passing one unique ID. That one we will call it as authentication ID. Okay,
Okay.
so by using that authentication ID, so we can have a data transfer between a client application, okay, and like particular server application. Okay, so basically auth2 is nothing but a open authorization. Okay, so whereas a particular server side, it is giving a two values. That one we will call it as client ID and client secret. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to use that client ID and client secret, and we need to call it from the client side.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to pass the client ID and client secret. Okay, so along with our username and password to the particular Salesforce domain. Let's say if you are a developer, or then you have to call login.salesforce.com, correct?
Yes.
Or it may be any customized domain name. We can set a domain name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
we have to call that particular endpoint. If it is a sandbox, you have to call a URL called test.salesforce.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so by passing that credential like client ID, security ID, your username and password. Okay, so there will be another REST API endpoint. That endpoint is nothing but a standard REST API endpoint. Okay, so that endpoint we will call it as, okay, so this is nothing but a endpoint. Can you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me open. Okay, so we need to call that endpoint by passing the parameter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the parameter will be, let's say, okay, so this is nothing but a sorry, so this is nothing but a standard endpoint. Okay, this is also one of the REST API. Okay, so that is given by a Salesforce. Let's say HTTPS. Okay, so login dot salesforce.com. Okay, so this is a one of the REST endpoint developed by Salesforce, where this endpoint is going to give a, okay, authentication token.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is going to give a authentication token. Okay, so by using this authentication token, so you can perform any operation between the Salesforce with the particular client application.
Okay.
Okay, clear? Any question?
Yes. No.
Correct, right? So if it is a yours is a developer org, then you have to go for a login. Let's say if it's a your sandbox, then you have to go for a test. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if you are having any customized domain name, then you can put over here a domain name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say xyz.com, let's say your company name.com, services auth2 token. Then we have to pass a parameter like, okay, so client ID. Okay, so we have to pass a parameter called a client ID. Okay, so client secret. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
add your username. Okay, so add your password. Okay, and your particular environment URL. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
environment URL is nothing but either login.salesforce.com, or it may be test.salesforce.com, like that. These are the parameters we need to hit with these particular services. Okay, so by using these things, so it will authenticate that particular user and it will going to send a authentication token.
Okay.
Okay, so authentication token. Okay, so it will be around, I believe it is a 112. The length of the authentication will be 112. Okay, so by using this authentication, okay, so we can perform any operation between the client application and the Salesforce application. Okay, clear?
Yes. Now, one quick question, sorry.
Yeah.
So, if you are going to talk about OAuth, see, as we are passing the client ID and client secret, is that needed to provide username and password also?
Yeah, exactly. See,
So,
yeah,
without username and password, we cannot do authentication using OAuth.
no, it is not possible. Okay,
Okay.
so why? Because let's say we are having 100 users. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's say someone capture your client ID or client secret. Let's say I come to your office, you are working on some REST API some things. Suddenly I
Mm-hmm.
captured your client ID and client secret. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I will go and I will write one code to delete all your accounts.
Okay.
Correct. Without your credential, let's say username and password, I can delete all your data, right? It
Yes.
doesn't mean any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
reason. So we need to provide a username and password.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So password, it will be password plus your security token. I believe you know that. What is a
Yeah.
security token?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So security token will be used while using other than production environment or sandbox. So we need to append your password as a password plus security token.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whereas security token we can get it from the your
Yeah.
particular settings, right? You know,
Yeah.
right? If you
Yeah.
go to my
Yeah.
settings and go to personal, then here you can get a security token. Okay, so security token, here it won't show the exact value of security token, so it will be common till your password reset. Once you reset your password, so we need to reset your security token also.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so password will be password plus a security token. So these are the parameters, okay, so required to hit this particular REST API endpoint. Okay,
Okay.
so make sure keep it in mind. If you want to call any kind of services from the Salesforce, make sure you need a authentication. Okay,
Okay.
so you need a authentication token. So if you need a authentication token, then you have to hit these services. Okay,
Okay.
if you want to hit these services, make sure you need these are the parameters we need to pass to the particular thing.
Okay.
Okay, so once you got your authentication token, then later you can hit your own another REST API services, okay, to perform the operation like create account, delete account, or it may be a custom object, or it may be your own endpoint. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the things it is required. Okay, so first we will go with how to get authentication token. Okay, how to get this client ID and client secret. This is the things we will go now. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Clear, right? So
Yeah.
client ID and client secret is common for a connected app. Okay, so connected app is nothing but we are connecting from the outside, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we are connecting from the outside another system. Okay, so make sure we need to configure it in the Salesforce side. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to configure it in the Salesforce side so that Salesforce will provide you a client ID and client secret.
Okay.
Okay, so client ID and client secret, it is common per application, not per a user. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it is a okay, it is the same for all the user. It will be in a user application level.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. Okay, so you got it right. Auth 2 is a
Yeah.
open authentication. So authentication will be done with the client and server side by using a client ID, client secret, username and password. It is going to send it back a responses as a n number of responses it is going to send back. So we'll look into that. Okay. So main deal is how to now how to set the canvas sorry, not canvas app, connected app. How to configure the connected app to get the client ID and client secret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, click. Can you able to see my screen, right?
Yeah. 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 Fine.
Okay, So hit on the setup. Okay, go to create, click on the apps. Okay, click on the apps. Okay, so here you can able to see the connected apps, right? Okay, so let's say now already connected app is there in my dev org. Okay, let me create a new connected app. Let's say new. Okay, so I will say demo REST API. Okay, so I'll say demo REST API. Okay, so we can give any email. Okay, if any error throws in the connected app or something happen, so then it is going to send some notification. Okay, so you both are there, right? Shekhar, you there, right?
Yes, sir.
I think Chandu got disconnected, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, so how to click on. So Chandu, you are dropped the call. I believe I am not sure what time you are dropped the call.
Yeah, it's fine now. Actually, power just came. That's why I can able to connect.
Okay, so you are there in the explanation, right?
No, it's actually by the time itself I have gone.
Okay, so the thing is nothing but we are going to explain about how to get the client ID and client secret. Okay, so client ID and client secret we can get it from the connected app settings. Okay, if any other third party application connect to the Salesforce, make sure Chandu you are there.
Yeah, I am here.
Okay, so make sure we need to set a connected app configuration in the Salesforce end. Where we have to configure is nothing but go to the setup, create apps, click on the apps. Okay, so once you click on the app, you are going to get a connected app list. In that connected app, hit the new connected app button. Okay, so it is allowing me to give the connected app settings over here. Okay, so fill all the information. Okay, Shekhar, are you following me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the optional parameters. These are not required as of now. Okay. So now you enable auth setting. Make sure we have to enable some auth setting. Okay. So forget about these below URLs. Okay. So that is not really required. Okay. So now we will say callback URL. Okay. So we will put on some dummy URL that is not really required for time being. Okay, so I will explain you why this callback URL is required. Okay, so for time being we will ignore this one. Okay, so now it is asking me selected auth scope. What is the scope of the auth? Okay, so here it is asking access and manage your charter data. Okay, access and manage your data. Okay, access custom permission, like custom permissions, access your basic information, allow access to open your unique identifier. Okay, so these are nothing but where you can restrict the particular connected apps, so that what and all data we can share with that particular connected app. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm giving a full access. Okay, based on your requirement, so you can configure over here what kind of access you want to give it to that particular connected app. So for time being, I'm giving a full access so that he can do whatever you want in the connected apps. Okay, so let me add these things. Okay, so getting my point, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me save the data. Okay, so it is saying allow from 2 to 10 minutes from your changes to take effect to the server before using the connected app. So hit on the continue button. Okay, okay, sorry. Okay, so now a connected app has been generated, right? So if you see over here, so now we got a consumer key. Okay, so this is nothing but a consumer key. Okay, so another key is nothing but a consumer secret. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so click on this. Okay, so these are nothing but a keys that is generated from the Salesforce side. Okay, so we can use the same consumer key and consumer secret for all the user if you want to connect it with these particular things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now next, if you want to restrict this particular thing, let's say some other user, okay, we should not allow him to connect by using this consumer key and consumer secret. In that case, you can go to particular profile and you can give the permission. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
mine is a system administration profile. Right now I'm going to the system and edit profile. Okay, so here it is giving a set of connected apps, right?
Yes.
Here we can restrict so that other user couldn't able to access that particular thing. Let's say now I am the guy, this is the connected app, I don't have permission right now, so I am giving the permission so that I can access it from the outside of the world. Okay,
Good.
clear, right?
Yeah. Fine.
Shekhar, you're clear?
Yeah. Fine.
Chandu, are you there in live?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so this is a very important configuration. Okay, so and also giving the permission is very important, or else we can't connect it from the outside. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, any questions as of now?
No, I don't.
So the users belong to that profile, they can able to access this connected.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, correct. If it is some other user who is not belongs to that particular thing, then they couldn't able to connect it. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is nothing but a basic configuration. Okay, so let me click on manage. Okay, so here also some of the configuration where we can give some of the permitted user. Okay, all users may self-authorize, admin approved user are pre-authorized. We can give some of the permissions where means all users may self-authorize means any user can able to connect it with this particular connected app irrespective of profile. Okay, so if you say admin approved users are pre-authorized means, okay, so that guy has to authenticate with particular connected app. Okay,
And one quick question, Suresh.
yeah,
So all we doing now is like to get the authentication, right? Not no, we're not going to access the resources. So this is the first step of the REST services, right? So to get authentication, we are doing all this configuration, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
this is nothing but what it will happen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in this particular REST API, this doesn't require actually. Okay, so why? Because if you want another some integration is there, Canvas API. In that
Mm-hmm.
particular situation, okay, so where really this is required, like any guy can able to call that Canvas app, so no need of authentication required in the end user side. Okay, all user
Mm-hmm.
can able to access that particular Canvas app. Okay, so if
Mm-hmm.
you select it over admin approved user or pre-authorized, in that case, so that
Mm-hmm.
guy is mandatory to authorize it in the and client side. So that is what it is going to be. Yeah, so in this REST API, this is doesn't really required. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll keep it as like previous thing, all user may self authorize.
Okay.
Okay, so here this is not required start URL, mobile start URL. These are not required for time being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here enforce IP restriction, relax IP with the second factor, relax IP restriction means, so enforce IP restriction means what is the IP we are configured in your profile. Okay, so that is going to restrict over there also. Okay, so that is a additional configuration that really required as of now. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so now the deal is nothing but we need a client ID and client secret, right? So now the
Yeah.
configuration is done in our side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now next thing is nothing but how to create a simple client application. Okay, now our deal is nothing but we are going to create some of the accounts. Okay, so
Okay.
currently we are having these many accounts. Okay, so let me delete all accounts. Okay, our deal is nothing but now configuration is done in the Salesforce side. Now next is we have to take a authorization code. How to take a authorization code in the client side application. Now I am going to quickly develop on the client side application. It is a standalone Java application. Okay, clear?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so let me delete the all the accounts. Uh, okay. So ID from
It has contacts. It has some cases.
yeah.
You can.
So
You need to delete the cases and then.
okay, so it is having
Delete the case.
right. Okay, so we will keep it that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay, so a lot of the things are having cases. Okay, we will keep it that one. So I will delete it like that. Okay. Okay, because there is a lot of account is there. Okay, so let it be. So we will give some unique name so that we will come to know whether account is created or not. Okay. So now, so I'm quickly creating one Java application. Okay, so let's say right how to create a Java application, nothing but once you install the Eclipse. Okay, so once you install the Java, make sure Java is working fine. How to check Java is working fine? Go to command mode. Okay, so just check Java hyphen version. Okay, so if it is coming showing the version number like this, means it has been installed successfully. Okay, so once it is successful, come to Eclipse. Okay, go to navigator and click on new. Okay, so click on Java project. Okay, so it is asking particular name. Okay, so then give demo. Okay, rest rest API. Okay, so then finish it off. So now I have created one simple Java application. Okay, so if you want to connect it with this from Salesforce to Java, so we need some set of the dependency. Okay, so we are making a HTTP call. REST API is nothing but it is nothing but a HTTP call. Okay, so to make that some of the dependency is required. Okay, so that dependency is nothing but a common HTTP client because we are using a JSON, right? So this is nothing but a Java JSON jar is required. Okay, so JSON org is required. Okay, so these are nothing but some of the dependency. Okay, so we need to copy it to the particular project. Okay, so let me create one folder called lib. Okay, let's say library. Okay, new. Okay, so let's say folder. Okay, so I am saying lib. Okay, so library has been created. So I need all these dependency jar in the Java application side. Okay, so I'm copying all this and put it in library file. So a jar has been added. Okay. Once jar has been added, so we need to make sure add it to the project. Now it is added to folder, right? Make sure we need to add it to the project build path. Okay, so right click on this particular project. Okay, go to property. Okay, so go to Java build path. Here you can say library, right? Add jars. Okay, click on add, just go to that particular library, okay, select all these things, okay, then click OK and click OK. So now all the JAS has been added successfully to the this particular project. Okay,
That's
now
right.
we will, yeah.
These JAR files by default it will come, or we need to take from any, because we have already this Java REST project, right? That's why we have
Correct, correct.
copied these
So
files over there.
see, correct. So we need to download it from the website. So I will provide you all the resources. I already downloaded. You can go to Google and you can download Commons HTTP client 3.1 jar or whatever. Okay. These are nothing but some of the dependency. You know, right? Dependency is nothing but set of the codes, built-in codes. Already it will be in this particular jar. So no need of writing it again and again. Okay. So I will give you that all the resources. Nothing to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this one you got it right. How to create a project, how to add the library.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so now next thing is nothing but we need to create a class. Okay, so class is nothing but new. Okay, so click on here also is there class. Okay, so I am saying Java. Okay, so REST API. Okay. If you want to give package, you can give. So if you don't want package, so directly you can go to the particular things. Okay, so let me say. Okay, so now a class has been created. Okay, so what is the I don't know whether you guys are know Java or not. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me create a classes. Okay, so make sure we will create a class with public static. Okay, so this is a class. Okay, this is a Java class. Okay, so where we have created it out. Okay, so now what and all parameters we require. So now we require all these parameters we need to specify, right? Client ID, client secret, username, password, authentication token. So our aim is to get the authentication token. For that we need to set all these parameters. Correct? Okay, so okay, so now I will define all the parameters. Okay, so I don't want to write all the parameters. For time being, I will copy all the parameters. Okay, that's fine, right?
Yeah. Suresh, one question here.
Yeah.
So let's say we have created a connected app. Why we have created connected app? In order to expose our REST services, REST resources, we need client ID and client services, right?
Correct.
Client
Yeah.
services, exactly.
Yeah.
So for that, we have created one connected app for that.
Correct.
So I think there is another way, right? So we can create some Apex classes. We can expose them as a web services. So what is that concept?
Yeah, that will come that part after this
Okay,
things.
okay.
Okay, so that is also the REST API. So we'll discuss that one later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, for that also authentication required.
Okay.
If you call any web services, either it may be this is nothing but a there will be two set of web services is there REST API. One is nothing but a standard REST API given by the Salesforce.
Okay.
Okay, that what you are saying how to expose Apex class as a REST API means there is a custom REST API.
Yeah.
Okay. What you are developing to achieve your custom business logic.
Okay.
To call that API also you need a authentication token.
Okay. For that also we need a connect app, right?
Yes. So you need a authentication token. If you want to get a authentication token, make sure we have to configure a connected app.
Okay.
Okay. You need a consumer key and consumer secret to get the authentication token. Now what we are going to explain is how to get the authentication token.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, clear? Okay, so take this particular client ID. Client ID is nothing but a consumer key. Okay, so take this particular consumer key. Okay, clear. So client secret is nothing but a consumer secret. Okay, so take this particular consumer secret. Okay, so redirect URI, this is, you can give whatever URI you want. Why? Because let's say, so now you are making a payment in the some online site, right? Once the payment is done, then it is going to redirect to the some other site, right? Pages. Okay, for that we need to specify redirect URI. Here also we can specify redirect URI. Okay, so if you want to do something after authentication has been done, okay, for that you can mention a redirect URI if it is a web application. Okay, now it is a simple standalone application, so that is you can keep it as any kind of parameter over there. Okay, clear. So now mine is a it is not a sandbox, it is a dev org, so that my environment variable will be login.salesforce.com. Okay, so my username is this one, my password is this one. Okay, don't copy my password. Okay, clear, right? Yeah, so these are the nothing but set up the data or input parameters where we need to pass it over the REST API call. Correct? Yeah, so now next step is nothing but, so we need to hit a services. Okay, so we need to get a access token and instance URL. Okay, so these are the two things where we are receiving from that particular service. Okay, access token is nothing but it is a token. It is we need to maintain the session between two applications, whereas instance URL is nothing but this is the instance URL. This is dynamic, right? So if you log into another system, it won't come APE1, it may come some other AP2, AP3, NP, some blah blah things. So runtime we need to take a instance URL also. Okay, I have like created a property. These are the properties. Okay, clear? Yeah. So now we need to hit that particular service. Okay, so let me copy these codes. Okay, so let's say, okay, so I'll copy this code. Okay, HTTP client, this is another API, so which is written in over in this class. Okay, so this is used to call that particular method. Make sure we need to import that one. Okay, so it is used to call that particular method. If you want to make a call, okay, there in the REST API there will be a lot of methods, right? Get, post, put, delete, okay, patch. So there is a set of methods is there. Okay, so let's say kitchen. Okay, so these are the methods available in the REST API. Let's say get, post, put, delete, add, blah blah things. Okay, clear? Yeah. So now I need to pass all the parameters to this particular call, right? Okay, so how to pass the parameter is nothing but, okay, this is how where we can call that particular method. So now we are making a post call. You know the difference between get and post, right? Yeah. So post is nothing but one in which if you want to pass a data. Okay. So if you want to pass a data to particular resources, then we have to go for a post. Okay. So click on this particular thing. Okay. Import the particular thing. Okay. Are you following me? Yeah. So these are the post method is nothing but so we need to create a post. This is the method how we can able to pass the parameters as a post data. Okay. Okay, this is nothing but a post method. Okay, so we are creating an object of that particular post method by passing a token URL. Okay, so token URL is nothing but a endpoint, right? I already explained this is nothing but an endpoint. Okay, so this is nothing but a endpoint URL. Okay, So this is nothing but a, let's say, environment URL. Either it may be a test.salesforce.com, or it may be a like login.sales.com, or it may be a domain, some blah 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 blah. Okay, so this is append with this particular thing. Now it become a this is nothing but an entire URL, right? Okay, if you couldn't able to catch the things, please stop me and ask me the doubt. Okay. Okay, so now this is, I have commented this code. Okay, so this is nothing but a endpoint URL where we can able to get the authentication token. For that authentication token, okay, so we need to send all these parameters. Okay, so this is nothing but a key value pair. Client ID, I am passing client ID. What is the client ID? This is client ID. Client secret is a key. You know, right? Map key value pair. Okay, this is a key. So redirect URI. This is a redirect URI. I am passing username and password. Okay. So now next step is nothing but we need to make a call. Correct. So this is how we can make a call. Okay. So for making call, we need to call HTTP client execute method. Okay. So execute. Okay. So this is nothing but an execute method. You know, right? Exception handling. Okay. So this is nothing but execute method HTTP client. Okay. Here is the HTTP client. Okay. By using HTTP client, we can call that particular post method by passing these parameters. Okay. Clear? Okay. Now it is going to execute that particular thing. Okay. So it is executing. How to get the result it back? Result we need, right? So how to get the result back? For getting result, okay. So there will be another set of codes. Okay, JSON. It is coming. Result is coming as a JSON. Okay. Okay. So this is nothing but a Java JSON. Okay. Okay, so all the dependency we need to import. Okay, so it is nothing but we are importing that particular classes. Okay, so this is a setup code. Okay, so JSON object. Okay, so authentication response is equal to, right, in Salesforce how to create an object. Okay, so we are getting a response body. This is nothing but a response body. Okay. So response body is coming as as a stream. Okay, so we are converting that response body into a JSON. JSON is nothing but a human readable form, right? Okay, so this is nothing but a key value pair. Okay, so it is coming as a body as a stream. Stream is nothing but a bytes. Okay, we are converting that byte into a JSON. JSON is nothing but a string, so that we can get that particular instance URL and access to. Correct? Okay, so let me print that particular authorization response. I am printing this one so that you can come to know what the authorization response really going to come over here. Okay. Clear, right? Okay, so from that, so we will get the so it is having, this is nothing but a JSON, right? JSON is nothing but a key value pair. Okay, so it is coming key as access token and instance URL. Okay, so we will get that instance URL and we will assign it to this particular property. Are you catching my things? Getting, right? Shekhar, are you getting?
Suresh, 1 second. This thing, just the thing you copied right last time, access token and instance URL. You said it will be like a map. How will you retrieve it from there?
It will be stored over here, JSON object. Okay, so JSON object stored as a key value pair. Okay, so now if you get a string of access token, means so it is giving the access token. Okay, so if you say instance URL, these are nothing but a particular key value. This is set by
it will be there inside of the JSON object.
Okay. Yeah, correct. It is a constant. We have to say access token. If you say access token some X, YZ, then
Mm.
you won't get that particular result. That is the reason I have printed over here. You can come to know what and all the key they are going to send it out.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one quick
Clear?
question. As a
Clear?
Salesforce developer, we need to take care of all this thing.
Yeah. So Salesforce, their
So
end, they have
let's say
given the
I'm
key
a
actually.
pure
We need to
Salesforce
follow
open
our
developer. I
steps.
don't know anything about Java. So if they want, if any Java guy or Java application developer want to communicate with the Salesforce, so if
Yeah, it will be, yeah,
okay, so
everything
a
will be in
client, so we are
documentation.
going to give only these, right? Client ID, client secret, URL, and environment. Okay.
Correct. See, I will give you one example. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say you are working on one Java class. Okay. Let's say Shaker is working on another Java class. Okay. So you write a one method. Okay. Shaker wants to call that method. Okay. Let's say Shaker is don't have the permission to see your Java class. Okay. So both vice versa. Okay. So Shaker is sitting somewhere in the India, and you are sitting in somewhere in the some other country. Let's say US. Okay. Shaker wants to call your method. In that case, what you will do normally? So you are giving a class name, and you are giving a method name, and you are saying these are the parameters you need to send it
Yes,
to
sir.
this particular method, correct? And you are saying these are the output parameter you are receiving from
Yes.
this particular method. Then only both guys can understand what I need to pass the parameter and what the data I will
Yeah.
get it back from that particular method, right? There will be a two-way communication. Then only
Mm-hmm.
you can
Yeah.
utilize some other API, correct? Same
Mm-hmm.
thing we have to
Okay.
follow over here also.
Yeah, fine.
Clear? Yeah. Okay. So now we will execute this particular code, and we will check whether we are
Mm-hmm.
really getting access
Yeah.
token or not. Okay, clear? Okay, so let me execute by right clicking run as, okay, Java application.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has come into this loop. Okay, so now it is logging in.
Okay.
Now it is successful. Correct. So I have printed this data, right? If you say
Mm-hmm.
authorization response. Okay, I have printed authorization response, and I have printed got access token and
Yeah.
got instance URL. Correct. So if you come, this is a console where log has been generated. Okay, if you see over here, so it is giving the ID. Okay, so this ID is nothing but
Mm-hmm.
your organization ID. Okay, so issued at, okay, so this is issued at is nothing but this is for a particular username. Okay, user ID or whatever it may be. So instance URL is nothing but currently what instance URL it gave ap1.salesforce1.com. Token type is nothing but a bearer. Okay, so this is type of the token. Access token,
Okay.
here we have received it, right? Okay, so this is nothing but a signature. Signature is not required here. I need only
Okay.
access token and instance URL.
Yes.
Correct?
Suresh, yeah,
Yeah.
Suresh, one
Now
more
I
thing
got
is
a, yeah.
one thing.
Now I,
There we can see like a token type is a bearer, right? Uh, I saw so many places like the same is there, like bearer is there. Is there any kind of special token types in there?
yeah, that is nothing but a type of token. Let's say may token has to expire within 1 day. Okay, may token has to expire, like particular day. Okay, so there will be a set of things is there. So we are going to cover it in next session. What is the token type? What is the bearer? These are the things. Okay,
Yeah,
so for
sure.
time being, keep it is a bearer. Okay. Okay, so you can use it for a long term. This is a token. Okay, so we will explain in the next session. So what is the validity of this particular token? What is the token type? Bearer means everything we will know in next class. Okay,
Yeah.
clear? Yeah. So this is the way how we can get the authorization code. Now we got
Yeah.
the authorization code, right? So now we got the authorization code. The step to get the authorization code is nothing but we have to pass client ID, client secret, username, password, environment URL. Call this particular endpoint. Okay, so you are receiving the, if it
Mm-hmm.
is a success call, okay, then you are receiving this particular data. Let's say I am giving my password as,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, 1. Okay, I am running my particular script. We'll see what it will really happen. Sorry. It should throw me an error.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So this is how authentication it will work. Okay. So we can handle it as per your expectation. Okay. Now currently we got access token and instance URL. Next our deal is nothing but we need to create an object or we need to delete an object. Okay. So there will be a method will be there. Either we can use a post if you are doing any kind of operation. Let's say creating the data or deleting the data, updating. In that case, you can go for a post method. Okay. So if you want to retrieve any data, then you can go for a get method. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Any question? Shekhar, any question?
Yes.
Shekhar, are you in line?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah. No, I don't have anything.
Any questions?
No, serious. That's
Chandu,
fine.
any question from your side?
Yeah.
Clear, right? Okay. So this is the kind of authentication. We have to take a authorization code and instance URL. Okay. So wherever it may be, either it may be your custom Apex REST API or it may be a standard Apex REST API. If you want to call a Salesforce, you
Okay.
need to pass a authorization code. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? Yeah. Clear, right? Now next our goal is nothing but how to create a account object. Let's say I want to create a so create account object. Okay, now this is the endpoint. So this is the endpoint. This is only used to get the authorization token and instance URL. Okay, if you want to create an account, then we have to go for another REST API endpoint. That one we will call it as an endpoint. Okay. Okay, clear. Endpoint is nothing but they will write some set of codes. Okay, so endpoint is nothing but they will write some set of codes where that particular URL will point and hit to the particular method and it is giving me result back. Okay,
Yeah.
clear? Okay, so now next goal is nothing but how to create an account object. Okay, so let's say now I will go for how to create an account object. Let's say I will create one method. Okay, don't mind, I will copy paste the codes because it will take some time to write now for
Wait,
so
what's
that
in the
I don't mind. Okay, you are following, right? You can
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to
sure.
follow it, right?
That's fine.
Okay, so now I am having one method. Okay, so in that method, okay, so I'm creating methods, you know, right? Our your Apex guys, so definitely you know the methods. Okay, method is nothing but set of codes are written in that particular things. Now our goal is to create a account object. Okay, so for creating account object, so again we need to go for a HTTP client. Okay, so HTTP client, why it is required to call that particular endpoint, we need a this is a way how we can call a REST API. Okay, it varies from language to language. In Java we are going to use HTTP client. Okay, so in Salesforce also we are using same thing, HTTP client. Okay, so HTTP client is nothing but this is a set up APIs given by HTTP, some of the end user, let's say Apache. Okay, so they given API. This is standard methods we have to follow if anyone wants to call a some particular get method, post method, or whatever it may be, REST methods. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
clear? Okay, so now as I said previously, so we are passing the data as a JSON, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are passing the data as a JSON. Okay, so JSON is nothing but it is a key value pair. Okay, so let's say account, this is nothing but a JSON object. Okay, so JSON object I have created. Okay, you know, right, how to create an object is having set of property, whereas JSON is nothing but, guys keep on line. Okay, so I'll meet for a while, I'm getting one call. Okay, so so JSON object is nothing but a this is a Java side how we can use a JSON object. Okay, so this is standard things, it will depends, varies from, you know, Java. If it's a Java application, this is the way how we can pass the JSON to particular thing. If you go for a, you know, Salesforce, then it will be different. If you go for a .NET, it will be different. Okay, so it will vary from, you know, application to application.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
clear. Yeah, so now what are the properties? Make sure we have to pass a particular property. Okay, so let's say account name, what I am giving account name as, hey Chandu, what is your
It's
real name
Chandrasekhar.
actually?
Yeah.
Chandrasekhar. But your email
Yeah,
ID
yeah.
says
That is
something
actually
about
now
something,
just
no?
for learning purpose I have created.
Okay, okay, so I am making account name as Shekhar and Chandu.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so then the it is again key value pair. Make sure we have to pass a exact name and
API
exact, you know,
API names of the keys, right?
values whatever it may be. Make sure we have to pass a API name, it should match, or else you know, it will throw a error,
Okay.
or it may be it won't insert. Okay, so let's say we will see what are the parameters, mandatory parameters required for a particular thing. Okay, account name is required. Okay, other than that nothing is required, right? So let's say what is the account name. Account name is nothing but a name. We can go for account number. Okay, make sure data type you have to follow it off. Okay, let's say I am saying account number, uh, it's a string, right? So let's say Shikhar Chandra 12345. Okay, so we can send a any number of data. Okay, as like this. Okay, so let's say now we'll go for a site. Okay, so let's say site is nothing but www dot google.com. Okay, so for the time being I will put only three parameters. Okay, make sure it should be a same as a API name in the Salesforce. Make sure we need to you know, maintain the
Yeah.
data type.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
clear. Okay, so now this is where we have created a JSON object and we have set the
Yeah.
parameters, correct? Now we need to call that particular method. So how to call is nothing but same thing. Okay, same what we did in the previous section. We have
Yeah.
created a post method, right? Same thing we have to create post method also. Okay, so here we need to put a instance URL. Okay, instance URL is one in which we have received from the you know, last
Yeah.
previous session
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
received, right, instance URL. Okay, make sure we have to pass that particular instance URL. Okay, so
So dynamically you can it's,
yeah, we are dynamically putting. Okay, so this is nothing but an instance URL where we are already stored it over here. We can runtime, we can pass to this method and we can use it over there. Okay, so these are nothing but a standard endpoint API. Let's say services data, v 20.0
yeah.
yes object and account. So we are dealing with the account, so then we have to mention these are the things. This is
Yeah.
nothing but a
Yeah.
API version, you know, right? So API keep on, it will update, right? So this is a 20th version, so we can put any kind of versions. Okay, currently you know, whatever it is holding. Currently right
31,
now
yeah.
version is 31 by
31,
30 or
32.
31, right? Yeah, 31. Yeah, we can put that 31 also. Okay. Now this is the same way how we are you know, passing the parameter over here, correct? So post method I am setting this particular thing. Okay, now I have to set a header. Okay, make sure in the header we need to send a authorization code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, post method, so we have sent it
Yes.
a URL, right? This is nothing but a endpoint URL. Make sure where we need to pass the authorization code. Authorization code we need to pass it in the
Mm-hmm.
header section. Okay, this is a this is nothing but a token type. Either we can say as a OAuth, or we can say as a
Okay.
bearer also. Okay, and we have to give some space, and we can say access token. Access token is nothing but this is the
Mm-hmm.
access token. Okay, okay, we need to send it over that. After that we need to send a body. Okay, so we need to send a body. Previously we have added a parameter like this directly to the post method. So now directly we can pass a parameter like this also. Okay, set request entity. Okay, so this will be a body. Okay, so where we are passing that particular account. Okay, so I told, right, JSON is nothing but
Yeah.
a string of the thing. Okay, let's say let's say JSON example. Okay, so let me say sample example how JSON it will looks like. Hmm. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so JSON will it will looks like this. Okay, this is nothing but a key. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
it will be enclosed within a braces.
Okay.
Okay, so this is nothing but a key, and this is nothing but a value. Okay, so multiple key values are separated by a comma. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if you say get up title means it will come as an example schema. Okay, this is the way how we can send a data. Correct, this become a map. Actually it is internally a map, key value map. Okay, so in this case, okay, so this is a key. Okay, but value is nothing but, okay, another set of map.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah.
Map can hold a key value, right? Map can hold a value as a map, right? It can hold value as a map, value as a list, or value as a object, whatever it may be, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is a key, again it is holding as a map, or may it can hold it as a list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you come over here now, the thing is nothing but required as a key, where values are a list actually.
Okay.
Okay, if it is a list, then it will be enclosed with a square bracket.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Based on your requirement. Okay, so you can structure the JSON. It is nothing, it will hardly, it will take 10 minutes to understand these things. Hope you got it, guys.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Shekhar, any questions?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, fine. Okay, so runtime, these are the AP. Okay, so runtime, if you say string request entity account string application by JSON means it is internally converting into this format.
Yeah, one quick question. For example, say, so you were expecting responding. Sorry, I'm getting the voice. Hello?
Come again?
No, I'm getting my voice back.
You couldn't able to hear me properly?
No, I'm hearing you, but when I'm talking, I'm hearing my voice back.
Yeah, come again.
Okay,
Shikhar,
like for
can you
example, say you
reset
were
your
expecting.
headset is the problem.
No, hello?
Yeah, now
Fine.
it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, my question is, So you are expecting a response in format of JSON, right?
Correct.
So for example, say, so you know that from the Salesforce you are getting a response in the form of JSON only, or
Yeah, correct.
so.
So by default, see, by default, it will give a type as a JSON or it may be XML. Let's say if you put over XML over here, while receiving, we are receiving as a XML. Okay. So if it is a JSON, then it is going as a JSON.
So
Okay.
that
So
means no. My question is, no system is going to give only the response in the form of XML only
yeah,
or
correct.
similar.
So by default, REST API will give both. Either it
Okay.
is a JSON or it may be XML.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
So
Got
by
it.
receiving it, this is nothing but inbuilt, setup codes written it in the this particular inbuilt API.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
REST API. This is nothing but HTTP client, right? We are
Yeah.
calling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we are passing inbuilt. They are having code.
Yeah.
Let's say I am giving food. Okay, I am having food. Okay, I can give it to you by box, or I can put it in plate and I can give it to you. Right? This is
Yeah.
a different way.
Yeah.
I'm already having food. I
Mhm.
can give it as like you, or
Okay.
let's say you are saying, okay, Suresh, give me food in plate. Means I can put it in food in the plate. I can give, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Got it.
this thing is nothing but food. Food is important over here.
Yeah.
The way I am giving is I already predefined in myself. I
Mm.
can give it in the box, I can give it in the hands, or I can put it in plate and I can give it. That is how we are giving it, restructuring it.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm. Yeah. Fine.
correct. So yeah, so if you know some of the contents, you can write it in paper, or you can write it in mail, or you can write it in any WordPad, Excel sheet, wherever it may. You know the content. Content is important.
Yeah.
Where you are writing, how you are writing is not a big deal. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way we are receiving is only two options. Either it is a JSON or it may be a XML.
Okay.
Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear?
Fine. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a valid question. Very good question. REST API by default it will send a JSON or it may be XML. By receiving end, you can specify what data you want to receive, either XML or
Okay.
JSON. Okay. Okay. This is the setup codes. Okay, so where we are really executing the particular thing, I will copy paste it and I will explain you. Okay, so let's say I believe this is okay. So these are nothing but particular. Okay, so these are nothing but a cross check. Okay, so you can go ahead and use a property. Property is nothing but a string. Okay, so let's say we'll define a blank string as account ID. Okay, so this is exception handling. This is the way how we are called same like this method, correct? So I'm passing execute method, I'm passing that post parameter, same thing here also I'm passing it off. Okay, so here you can say what is the parameter. By default, if it is successfully created, then it is going to send a token code as 200, right?
Yeah.
200 is nothing but OK code. Okay, so here again I am passing the body as like previously how I pass a JSON object. Okay, so then I am getting the response. Okay, so if the response is success, okay, so then I am printing my particular account ID.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say here we will pass a account ID. Okay, so this is how how we can create account. There is nothing, so we need to pass the parameters. Okay, and we need to specify a endpoint URL. Okay, so then this is the way how we can call the REST API from the Java. Okay, clear?
Yeah. Fine. So as
Clear?
a response,
So
as a response, what we are going to get?
Yeah, it will going to give status code, account ID, everything. So I am here printing the response.
Okay.
Okay, so we will see what really response we are getting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so now I need to call this particular method. You know, right? How to call a method.
Yeah.
Okay, so call a method since it is a, make it as a it's a method. So I need to uh, create a object of this particular class, and I need to call it because this is not a static method. Correct.
Yeah.
Same thing we used to write it in Apex also. I need to pass a two parameter instance URL and access token, right?
Yeah. Access token. So,
Okay.
no, Suresh, I think. Yes, the parameters which you have included.
Instance URL.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second one is also instance. It's
Okay.
access.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
So now let's say I will put some logs so that we can come to know where exactly we are. Okay. So create account method. Okay. So let's say I will put some. Okay. So let me run. Shall I run?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have give Shekhar Chandu, so make sure we'll cross check whether it's there or not. So it is not there. Okay, so okay, so it is not there. Okay, so shall I run this script?
Yes, you can.
So getting the token.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, token has been get, enter into that particular method. Okay, so HTTP state 201, creating the. Okay, so it is giving the 201, right? Actually, okay. Now I will refresh the data. Correct?
Yeah.
So open whether your data is correct or not. Okay. So these are the things what we have entered in that particular. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so it will create in under my name. Why? Because I have logged in the my
Yeah.
username and password. Okay. So it haven't give me the code because the status code is wrong, right? Mm, okay, let me we'll make it as 201 and we'll see when the exact status code is nothing but which will say whether it's success, failure, or whatever. Okay, so you asked it right. So what will be the response? Response will be a three kind of things. Okay, so it is a ID, it is a name and success, a new record ID. So this is nothing but a record ID
Mm-hmm.
has been created. Say two record IDs created. Okay, so here you can able to see right. This is the record ID. So where
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so this is the record ID, it has been created. So if it is account, so it is appending AAD.
Yeah.
Okay, clear, right? Shekhar, did I answer your question? What will be the response? Response will be ID, errors, and success. This is nothing but a
Okay.
key. Okay, these are the three keys it is going to get. Let's say I am putting a name as name one.
Mm.
Okay, so now that is this is a different,
Yes.
right? Okay, so let me run the thing. So it should throw some error.
So,
Okay, the status is a
yeah.
400. Okay, so because we don't have any
I think we're not catching those error code.
yeah,
Yeah.
400, right? Okay, so it is saying JSON text must be end with the dollar JSON tokenizer create account method exit. Creating account, it is not exactly given me the detail why you didn't created it. Okay, so but make sure we need to pass this particular.
If you want to see all the error codes, is there any documentation about that? Salesforce?
Sorry.
No, if you want to see all the error codes, like what are the error codes Salesforce.com is going to provide, so can we?
No, this is error code. It is a standard
Yeah.
error code, so which is given by HTTP, not by the
Okay.
Salesforce. Okay, so if you go to the Google
Yeah.
and if you say HTTP
Response code.
status code,
Response.
yeah, so HTTP status codes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
these are the API, right? HTTP is a API.
Mm.
Okay, so these are the 200 is okay, 201 is created, 202 is accepted, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah
Yeah.
blah. These are the setup. Let's say ours is 400, right?
Yeah.
Let's say ours is 400 bad request. Okay, so why bad request is coming is nothing but we are malformed syntax.
Yeah.
Client should not repeat the request without a modification. Okay, so due to the malformed syntax means our that particular parameter what we are sending, this is not exactly same. That's why it is going to uh, you know
Yeah.
uh, sending it this one. Okay, so 401 is unauthorized. Let's say I am giving it as a where is that access token I'm giving, right? Where I'm sending access token.
In the
Okay,
top.
so somewhere I'm setting right here. Let's say I'm setting up access token.
Mm.
Let's say I'm setting it as both 345.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me run this script and we'll see that maybe. Uh, uh, um, okay, it should come on here. We'll see exactly. You don't know, right? What response code is
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to come. But this post is not available over here, so make sure we'll put this post above here so that it will come. Correct?
Yeah.
Local variable and global variable, right?
Mm.
Correct?
Yeah.
So we expected as a 401. Correct? Why? Because it is a unauthorized. Why?
Yes.
Because we gave a wrong authorization code.
Mm.
Okay, so for that reason it is giving me 401. Whereas these codes are defined with HTTP. Okay, so where the Salesforce also use the same thing, all the applications use the same setup. They inbuilt they will use it also. Okay. Any question?
Suresh, can you check me by changing bearer instead of OAuth?
Yeah, it will work. I'll explain you what is that bearer oath and all.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
sure.
What happened? So we need to change this one, right? So it is working, right? So we already got a access token, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is type of token type, whether it's a bearer or whatever it is. It's a type of token. Okay.
Okay.
So we will explain about in the next class what is it access type, what is access token. Okay, so these are the things. You clear, right?
Yeah.
Any question?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so this is about how to create a account. Now we have talked about only how to create an account.
Yes.
Okay, so there will be another operation will be there how to show the account and how to update the account. Okay, so how to delete the account, all the things will be there. Okay, so we will discuss in the unique con. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, fine, sir.